Meow. Okay, so my Samsung dishwasher wasn't working and it was flashing normal and smart auto, which means something to do with too much water in the system. So I pulled it out and unplugged it, and then I took off this metal panel. There's just a couple of screws, and the culprit is this guy right here. So that just needs to be pulled out and cleaned up, and it should work. So I'll see if it does. Trying to be delicate here so I don't break any of the plastic. This was on top, and this little spout here was connected to this. So I took a screwdriver and I flipped the tab so I could move it out. And then I guess this guy here moves this way to get out of the grasp of that piece of plastic there. So I will attempt to do this without breaking the plastic. If not, I guess I could try to clean it out while it's still attached to the machine, but that'll be kind of difficult, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so it did just slide out there. And then here I need to just attach it here, here, and there's a hose right there. So, okay, I will attempt to do this next. See if I got the wrist power to do this. Okay, so with the power of the wrench, I was able to get the hose off, and then also this component. And now I want to remove the electrical component so I can really thoroughly clean it. So I'm going to work on pressing in these tabs and removing the electrical parts. So you can see the float down there at the bottom. I didn't end up removing this part because it was too much trouble. I don't like too much trouble. So I'm just going to knock the float out of there. Supposedly. It's really stuck in there. There he is. So I'm just going to really thoroughly clean all this gunk and grime and then reinstall it. And it should work because it wasn't working. The float couldn't lift and lower very easily, and so it sensed that there's too much water in the dishwasher. So with cleaning, it should be as good as new. I'll see how it goes. So I plugged up the drain hole with a plastic bag, and you can see I wasn't able to get all the black mold out of there. So I'm going to put a little bit of bleach in there to kill off the mold. And this will prevent me from having to clean this out again anytime soon. So I think I did a pretty good job of cleaning her out. And then I'm just going to put the float back. So it just fits in right there. It's hard to do with one hand. Ba-ding! Okay, so I'll just put the hose and the connections and the lid back on, and it should be good to go. First, I'm gonna slide the hose back in here, and then I'm gonna use the wrench to release the clasp and then pull it back over the plastic tube. So now I'm going to attach that guy to this guy. It eluded me at first. I couldn't see where it had landed, but I finally found it. Okay, so now this lid will go on top here, and then that little tube will connect there. And then this right here, it slides in from the back there. So I hope this won't give me trouble, but it definitely will give me trouble. What? It actually was pretty easy to put it back in. I'm surprised. So now here I will plug it back in, and before scooting it back, I will see if it works. I'm flipping the switch back on for the dishwasher and crossing my fingers. I put it on the normal cycle, it did the same thing, but when I put it on the delicate cycle, it seemed to have worked. So I don't know if I have to do a couple runs before it's gonna work with the normal cycle or what. Or maybe I just can't use my normal cycle, which is fine. Okay, thanks for watching.